What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Silver, actually Bianconeri Zone Live. It's been a little bit, so I'm a little rusty here trying to work everything out, but we're back together. The dynamic duo, whatever you want to call it. Actually, we're not calling that. That's lame as hell. Anyway, that's the squad's back. The two of us are doing it at least, and it's so much better to me. I feel like doing the show with you is so much better. Let me go ahead and introduce you. Julian Genotti with me as always. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. We got a lot to talk about, good sir. A lot of fun stuff. Well, fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for everybody. Fun for me to at least talk about. We got a lot going on as we're speaking. Not as we spoke. Sorry, I'm late. I'm always late. So, what we have today, and everybody, if you're in the chat, let me know if my sound's good, if I'm too quiet, if I'm too loud. I'm trying to adjust it. I think usually about 3 is where I keep it. But I also have seen times where you and I do a show, and you're screaming, and I'm screaming. Or not, you're screaming, I'm screaming, and then you can't even hear you at all. But anyway, louder. Yeah, exactly. Well, we're just turn up your mic a little tiny bit. Anyway, lots going on. Shortly before this, our boy McKennie showed out something that I wanted to talk about for a while, honestly, or not want to talk about. I wanted to see this the entire international break. I've been saying, just give me some McKennie. I just want to give a little bit of an appetizer, a little taste, just to see what he can bring. I just want to see some efforts and whatever have you. He brought that and more today. The competition is what it is. Lithuania may not be a world beater, but at the same time, it's good to see somebody come out there and not lay an egg. And that's all I ask.
You know what Lithuania reminds me of? Do you remember Zydrunas Ilgauskas? The basketball player from Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking.
That's exactly what that reminds me of. I have no idea anything else about Lithuania. Oh, the Ball brothers went there to play.
Yep. Yeah. Not Alonso, but what was it, Lorenzo and whatever the young one was? Yeah, the Lamelo, I think, something like that, and their nonsense that they're bringing in. Actually, our boy Vegeta in here says, as a Lithuanian, I'm relieved. I think it's a boy, guy, girl. If it's a girl, let me know. I'm guessing, ma'am. But as a Lithuanian, I'm relieved that this bleep is over. Hey, I apologize to you, but I'm thankful that we got to enjoy, Juventus, Italy looking pretty good after two lackluster performances. Yep. You made a point to say that I'm excited. I was still a tiny bit late, but I got here eventually. Your mother says hi. It says, "What time's the circus starting?" It is started now. We are here. We're here to party. James says, "Shout out to my boy Brian again." Brian
Cristante, the Canadian Italian.
Okay, sorry. I was like, Brian, what? And then King. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Hamza? And then we'll get this show on the road. She said, your mom said, Jules, you sound like you're sick. Yeah, he got the vid. He got it. The pandy got him. We finally lost him. Anyway, let's actually jump into this. We can talk about it for a second. I'm going to try to stay on topic, guys. I know somebody left in the comment section, like last week sometimes. Whenever I do this by myself, I jump all over the place. I have so many, you'd be surprised. For somebody who's not the smartest guy, I got synapses are firing left and right. I have all kinds of, different things that I want to bring up, want to talk about, but it's just getting all that out of my mouth at one time is a difficult thing to do, which is probably something I would have saved for a mixtape if we do that. Anyway, I'll give you a little bit of time to speak. I've been running my mouth since it's been a bit. What were your thoughts on today's match? Again, it was Lithuania, but they came out firing in that first half.
Yeah, so firstly, your mixtape would be fire. It'd probably be better than Donda and Certified Lover Boy. And what was that one name from Friday?
Crap.
Polo G?
Yes, Polo G, that's what it was.
Polo
G.
You're right. You'd be
on
top of all of them.
Thank you, I appreciate that, yes.
But yeah, so today, see what Italy did to Lithuania? This is what Juventus should have done to Empoli on match day 2. Yep. Lithuania is garbage. Empoli is garbage. You just got to take advantage of these teams and get 3 points. We need them. Even Italy used some C players, and they still got 5 goals. Mind you, Lithuania's players are so bad that they gifted us a lot of goals today. But, Keane was good. He made some intelligent runs. Like in our coach's corner, we demonstrated what he could bring to the table. Made some good runs into the box. very efficient in scoring his goals. Mm-hmm. And Bernardeschi got a couple assists. So in terms of Ital Juve, can't complain.
No, I think did you bring it? I'm sorry. Things happen whenever. Sometimes if I get a break from speaking, I get a message or something. I get a response. I heard most of what you said. Did you bring up that you said about Ital Juve basically being how many goals were scored by Ital Juve so far? Or I guess now it's over. But yeah.
After Keane's first goal today, Juventus players scored 4 of the last 4 goals for the national team, and you don't see that often. So it's nice.
Absolutely. What's up, Lester? What's up, Comedian? What's up, Usman? What's up, Dax? Sorry, I wanted to get all those out of the way. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Also, before I forget to say, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you guys joining in. Also, I think it's so much better when we do these together. I mean, you're good, obviously, 100%. By yourself, but I feel so much smoother when we do it together. So basically, we have what I guess. Five of the goals, or you're lagging a little bit, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway. 5 of those goals. I appreciate it. 5 of those goals were Juventus goals, which I wish they would bring to the table at Juventus instead of just on the international scale or international table, or you know what I meant. Anyway, stage. Thank you. I couldn't get that word out. I couldn't process it. It's really lagging. Is it me or is it just you? I think it's just you. Okay, that's good. As long as it's just really you. Bad. Yeah, it's fine. Things happen. Anyway, one of the things that I want to talk about is just this is what excites me is a potential to see Moise Kean come out there and just kind of like take control of the the attack there. He was the leading scorer, or I guess the starting scorer, first scorer, whatever you want to say. And then Raspadori, who unfortunately is an Interista, or he wants to be at least. He had a couple as well. He could have had 3, or could he have 4? How many could he have had by the end of the day?
Raspadori or Keane?
Raspadori. I want to bring that up real quick.
So Raspadori. So he had an own goal. The own goal is the first one, so it doesn't count for him. And then he just scored another one. So, but different kind of striker. He likes to come and get the ball. He's similar to what Dybala likes to do. Yeah. But Moise Kean also apparently supported Inter before he joined Juventus. So never say never. Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I that was kind of one of those things too, where I was like, hey, if you go after him, I remember those what's it called? What am I thinking of? The rumors were floated out there about him. Sorry, if you can't tell, my eyes are like purpley right now, like under here. I have not slept at all like the last 4 days because my kid and work, and then doing this at the same time, getting those daily videos out. Tonight I'm gonna knock out forever. But what I will say is, there's an opportunity there. I would, especially you see him playing again. I don't want to get too hype against beating Lithuania. No offense, Vegeta, but at the same time, it is exciting to see this kind of performance come out from the youth of Italy. Period. So that way for the future. Again, I'm a big Azzurri fan. As big of a Juve fan I am just as big of an Azzurri fan. So I want to see Italy always succeed and be successful going forward. Trying to think. So one notable absence, and then I want to talk, but also I don't want to. Can you guys also let me know? Is my mic sounding good? Am I not too loud or too whatever? Just make sure you let me know. And I don't know why your thing is really lagging today. So it's probably a good thing.
My video's garbage today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe, it could just be your local internet. Okay? Yeah, your voice is coming through fine. So as long as you guys are okay, you can hear him. It'll glitch in and out, but at the same time, you have me over here. You got this beautiful face to look at least. I mean, you still can see him. It's frozen a little bit. Anyway, talking about another name that we were missing. So I got to be honest. I was on the road. I was watching this from my phone for most of the time whenever it came to this. I haven't put aside enough time. Plus, after I was told Chiesa and all these players were out, I guess I undervalued this match for Italy, but I ended up watching it from my phone. At the same time, did Locatelli play?
No.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was one that kind of surprised me.
He's supposed to start. Early news today from the Gazzetta said he was going to start, but then they went with the 3. They went with Brian Cristante, Pessina, and Jorginho.
Yeah. Well, okay. I thought so because I was looking, but watching on your phone, it's hard to tell unless they say his name sometimes because they all look the same. All white people look the same to me. Is what I'm saying. But anyway, so that was kind of disappointing. I was really kind of hoping to see him out there, but then at the same time, honestly, it's probably a good thing because the last thing we need is Locatelli out there getting injured. Our only solid, midfielder out there. Hopefully, when he comes back, hopefully Allegri will start him. That is one of those things that I said was for the most part. And this is a harsh term, but I'd say it's a bit of an indictment on Allegri if he doesn't start him, against
100%.
Napoli, because if there's anything we've seen is he is the best player out there right now for the midfield for Juventus.
100%. He was more noticeable in that stacked midfield against Switzerland. Mm-hmm. Like he was the main star of the midfield that game. So it makes no sense if he starts on the bench again. There'd be something up.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one of the other things I wanted to bring up that I just wanted to touch on that for a second. There wasn't a lot to break down when it came to Locatelli because he wasn't playing, obviously. But I just want to bring that up when it comes to for Juve's sake. But then also about Juve's sake was all the nonsense. And again, I apologize. I haven't followed since I did the daily vid. So you might have to update me a little bit because I've literally got a day job in between this and got a kid and stuff like that. The status of Federico Chiesa. Is he injured? Is he not injured? Giovanni Albanese doesn't know which one he wants to pick. But anyway, back and forth for the most part. So that's something that's unfortunate. Again, you want to see him play. You want to see him get his minutes. At the same time, you also are glad you're not glad because if he's hurt, and that's even worse for us. Do you know what the latest status that we have on him? And dear Lord, if my friends won't stop texting me, all I can hear is this ding in my ear from my computer as we're talking. Sorry. No, go ahead.
I don't have Giovanni Albanese seems to be the only guy trying to report stuff, so we have no idea what his actual status is. I think he'll be fine. He was just sent home as precaution early. Probably treated the similar way as Insigne and Immobile. They just said, okay, go. No need to play against Lithuania. I know he was carrying a thigh knock though, so I think he'll be fine for Saturday.
Okay, so have you ever... Again, we never use... When you say thigh knock, what exactly is that? Is it like a bruising? Is it like a... Or just collision?
It's probably just less... It's less than what a dead leg is. You know what a dead leg is?
Yeah.
Charlie horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just probably less than that.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's okay. See, there's some of these terms that we don't really use that, that I'm not as aware of when it comes to a thigh knock and all that. That's not, that what I'm usually knowledgeable about. I got, sprains and tears and all that kind of stuff, but a knock, I wasn't fully sure what that meant. So hopefully, if it's all that, he should be fine. Give him a couple of days. He's young. He's healthy.
Yeah.
He's
exactly. That's probably what they wanted to do as well. They didn't want him to play against Lithuania because Juventus is probably you don't need him. You can beat him without him. Just send him home. Yeah.
Thank you, Usman. That's a very kind words from you. I don't see it myself, but thank you for saying that I have infectious energy and Julian's serenity helps bring a nice balance. But yeah, he definitely does. And then what's up, Timothy? Let's see. Fix, we'll be getting to this. Don't you worry. Would you be allowed to tell us anyway? Yes, because it's my cousin. We'll talk to you about my cousin here in a little bit. Vegeta's is none taken. Bones says Szczesny own England goal. Did that happen? I didn't see that. So
Harry Kane's goal. I read on Twitter there was take a bow, Harry Kane, but Bond seems to have a different idea. I didn't watch the highlights yet. I haven't watched Italy.
Yeah, like I said, were you working as well till 4:30 today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, so some of the topics I really wanted, I wanted to get to that. I wanted to touch on Chiesa. Weird way to say that. But anyway, hopefully he's feeling all right, and hopefully he'll be good to go on Saturday because Lord knows we need him. We need those 3 points.
Yep.
I'm going to get into Napoli. But first I want to talk about, let's just say that. Let's talk about what Fix was talking about. Let's talk about the McKennie nonsense. I know you kind of talked a little bit about it. I talked about it some.
Yeah.
I want to touch this on this in a way that's respectful, but also, I mean, guys, it's kind of hilarious to me at the same time.
For sure.
Here's the first part: is my boy McKennie. He got back to America. He got back to America. He started seeing, you get there and you just feel the freedom. The freedom just washes over you when you hit the shores of America. So you can't keep my boy McKennie down. He's been, in quarantined up everywhere he goes in Italy. When he gets to Italy, when he plays for Juventus, hey, he goes straight to practice. He goes straight home. He locks that door. He triple locks it so that way girls can't get to him. And that's what he does. But he felt the freedom. He felt the freedom washing over him of America. And things happened. Things started happening. Maybe a text, a you up text comes in.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe he was celebrating with a teammate. Maybe said teammates, an associate of theirs, maybe by blood.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Maybe.
We're not sure. Nothing.
Maybe someone's sorella.
Yeah, maybe potentially. Maybe they jumped into the DMs, and then what happened after that, I can't say. I'm a man of respect. I don't want to say what happens between a man and another consenting adult. But potentially some nonsense happened. Usman Fix. Hopefully this is working for you. Hopefully this is enough to cover it. But at the most part, there was some nonsense that went around. Again, I could come in and I could crush him and say, and I guess maybe some people do want that because I give a little bit of more of an apologist for him as well compared to the same way that I do for Italian players or whatever have you. It's because, and the reason that I haven't been as harsh on him, because no offense, before this news, it's not really confirmed, or I don't know what level of confirmation there is there yet, but
it's pretty confirmed he was a naughty boy.
Okay, yeah, when my boy Landon Donovan comes out and basically says like, no, that was terrible, and says that, I think because it wasn't included in the report that I dropped, or not report that I dropped, in the news video that I dropped where he gave some comments about it, but Landon Donovan basically said it's one of those things where you kind of lose the trust of your teammates because and it's almost irreparable. Yeah. And when they say it's irreparable, it's got to be something big, which that is equivalent to that.
100%.
Of course, I went to high school, and I don't remember a lot of familial members. I don't have a sister. I didn't say sister. I didn't say that. But I don't have that, so I don't know the whatever. Actually, what are your thoughts? How would you feel if a teammate and your sister hooked up? Do you have a sister?
I do have a sister.
Yes! Okay, I didn't even know. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, no. When I say this is a sensitive topic, but I do want to ask, so how would you feel if you found out, nothing crazy, but just say they hung out. Say they watched a movie together.
If they were okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And that's what my stance is.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know. I just wondered that because I don't I feel like maybe if I did, I'd probably be a protective guy if I did have one.
Yeah.
But I don't. I have two brothers. I have a twin brother and I have an older brother. So I don't really have any kind of that sense of, protectiveness or anything like that when it comes to those topics. So that's something I just wanted to bring up. If you guys have, I'm sorry, I neglected the chat. If you guys have opinions on this, let me know down here in the comments. But those are just some of my thoughts. I wanted to talk about it. A lot of the reasons is just because the nonsense and the drama behind it is entertaining and hilarious to me. It's also, if you think about it on what am I trying to get at? A level of as a team and as a teammate, it's detrimental, and it's that's kind of
100%.
It'd be different if like I said, I'm not trying to say that Weston did do this or not, but at the same time, if something like this happens, do it the respectable way, as in hey man, your sister, whatever, is it okay? Do I have your permission? Something like that. So definitely if Pulisic or whoever it was may feel disrespected or whatever have you, there's an issue there, and that is pretty egregious. And so that's what I was going about this to get back to was basically before I kind of defended him a lot early throughout the season because he came in, he brought energy, he played with a pretty high level of intensity, things that I like to see. People don't like that he does Harry Potter celebrations; they think it's immature. My guy, come
ridiculous.
On. He's young. Anyway, at the same time, but then also, there's those things, but then there was the issue. Yes, there was the issue in quarantine where he and Dybala and whoever may had a party and all that. Yeah, and he dealt with the consequences of his actions from that. I felt like that. Maybe I kind of moved on from it. Maybe a lot of people that really stuck in their craw. I don't know. It's again, like I said, it's a very different culture that I'm dealing with here in the United States. It's been a fight with people just to recognize that this thing's a real thing half the time. Yeah. Especially, like, I live in Kentucky, and if you're not from here, you may think of Kentucky as the South. It's really not. It's more Midwest than anything. At least the city of Louisville, where I am, is more Midwest. But you get out there in what I call the sticks or the county out there, and you go down south.
Oh yeah,
it's a different world. You go down to Florida, and they were literally partying. They acted like nothing happened. Like there was nothing. People were out there on the beaches partying. I think they had to like get cops out there for at least a couple weeks to keep people off the beaches because like they were just college kids partying. Anyway, so that's my kind of thing, and that's where I come from. This is I'm just trying to think of, it's a big deal, but then when I think about the crap that goes on here, and I think about the professionals that get paid and all the stuff that they're doing, like, it's the part from before, part A, the not wearing a mask, signing autographs, doing all that stuff, not as important. But now I see if that's really not even a big part of it, and it's just part B, that is a big deal. So that's why I'm saying I'm pivoting. Yes. I'm pivoting, guys. I'm pivoting and saying, I mean, strict actions do have to be taken with this. I would like to see him remain at Juventus if he can get his act together. But, basically he's on his final straw, is what I'd say. Like, you have to combine the U.S. men's national team and his performance and his behavior with Juventus the same because they're in the same season. So, so hopefully you guys are happy. I have gone against my compatriot. We'll see what happens from here. Let me go through some of these. Sorry, guys, I've neglected them. What are your? Do you want to get any thoughts out there about this? Is this something you really want to talk about?
I just want to reiterate what I said yesterday because yesterday I said there's rules that need to be followed if you are a professional, whatever you are. Mm-hmm. If there are rules, just follow them and you don't get in trouble. And that's it. You want to have a party? Have a party with Arthur and Dybala. You don't get to play next game. That's what you chose to do. That's what happened. You want to fool around and do some naughty stuff? You get kicked off the national team. You get sent home. Perfect, like massive major qualifying games coming up. You missed out on Canada. You didn't get the win against Canada. You got to play, I think, Honduras tonight you guys are playing. You need 3 points.
Well, and that's the biggest, most egregious part of this is you go out there and you lose to a bum squad like the Canadians, America's hat. And like anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. They're solid, but at the same time, it is. I mean, I'll be honest. I watch Italy more than I watch America. Like I'm not out here dying with each and every U.S. men's national team match, mainly because throughout my childhood I died through most of those. And so there's not a lot of living. There's not a lot of living that's been going on until recently, to be honest. So, but yeah, I think a lot of the fans are upset with it. A lot of people are annoyed with it. Usman's comment said, I think the Italian is impressive, but England have some amazing young stars coming through as well. Maybe revenge for Wembley is... Oh, okay. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot you are from the UK. Usman is.
Yeah, don't count on it, Usman.
We'll see. I will really... I can't tell you how happy I'll be, and I understand if you're English, you want to see them win. But how much it would mean to me if they can go back to back, or not back to back, but winning Euro and then the World Cup. Whew. Yeah. What's up, homie? What's up, homie Juve? Appreciate you tuning in. Homie Juve says Keane, Locatelli, and Chiesa will carry Italy for the next 10 years.
Could be.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Lars, it's a new name. I don't think I've seen you here before, Lars, or maybe it's been a while if I haven't. I said that. But I always love seeing new names pop up. I enjoy our regulars, too. You guys are always appreciated as well. I want to make sure I say that. It said, Moisey, his finishing is excellent. He has a cutting edge we need. When Chiesa has the ball, I have faith. I think it'll be the same again with Keane. I was going to leave that for you because I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah. So, firstly, go watch our video. Our coach's corner. There's a nice video on him there. Definitely. He's a strong guy, good with his feet, and you saw today what he can do when he has chances.
Absolutely. Well, it's exciting to see somebody who maybe has a little bit of a killer instinct out there, and it doesn't shy away from it. Especially with the Italian team, where both Berardi, Immobile and Insigne. Insigne, I would probably put the least of criticism on right now of those three, but definitely Immobile and Berardi, who literally showed no killer instinct. You got Berardi, the last match, literally had two just gifts from Locatelli and couldn't finish.
Yep.
So
those guys,
a lot of
you got Berardi stay Sassuolo and never come back.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. There's definitely a lot of love in here for Keane. Okay, Dax, I'll answer this question, but I want to stay on some topics because we got some topics. I know these are also good questions for people in there. Dax is asking, do I prefer Puma, Adidas, or Nike for football? I'm guessing you mean European football. You said kits, so yeah, kits. Do you have a preference?
My favorite's Adidas all day.
My local team is an Adidas. Louisville here is Adidas based, so I've always had Adidas. I like Adidas. I like Puma, but some of the Puma stuff can be a little bit too clingy. Like Adidas does. Yeah. I think Puma gets it on like there are certain things like this. This to me, this is like the perfect shirt. Like what you're wearing and what I'm wearing. To me, it's the best design that I've ever seen. When they first came out with that green one, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I really liked it. But then once you start seeing like this one got it for me, and I had to buy all three.
100%.
So, but when it comes to that, I don't know if I want to say. I don't know. I do like Adidas a lot. Adidas, I mean, usually for the most part, I would say the one that I got, I ended up getting not the authentic one for this one, this year's home shirt, and I kind of regret it a little bit. It seems a little bit almost like cheap to me. Like I don't know, like to mine, at least mine.
Oh, you mentioned that earlier.
Like it looks shiny to me. It looks shiny compared to like yours. Shiny. It also might be my light. Yeah. It could be my lighting and stuff that's in here, but overall. See, yours shiny? No, yours is looking shiny. Of course, it might be just your lighting's not as like, I don't know. It could be something different. I don't know, but it just looks a little bit more shiny to me. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. Yeah. Okay, we distracted enough. Let's get back into some of these topics. What we want to talk about. So what we just talked. Okay, we talked about the Italian national team. We got that. I guess well, first off, I just a little venting real quick because basically I need Juventus. I'm thankful for today. Today was a high for me because it's been a week and a half of lows. It's been a long week for me as a sports fan. You have Juventus come and lay out whatever crap that was the first two games of the season. You have the Italian national team do that, and then you have my freaking Louisville football team come out here and just get rocked by a, I don't think, very good Ole Miss team. I'll be honest. I'm not going to go too much into American sports because I know you guys don't care. But there may be some of you that actually are familiar with it. I don't know how good Ole Miss is. Their offense is great. Defense, I don't know. But the coach at Louisville needs to be fired. He should have been fired a long time ago. Louisville's actually, if you don't know, they're actually usually a pretty decent football team. They're not bad. Like they've won Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, all that. Competed. They should have been going to they could have played for a championship twice, and they had unfortunate injuries and stuff that occurred to keep them out of twice. Anyway, that's enough for that. I'm just pissed about that. And also, this kind of helped me. It softened me, though, because I was going to come in here with some fire today because I was ready to come in and just rage and whatever. But then Italy came in and kind of like cushioned it for me. So now I'm back to like smiling and being goofy and crap like that. But now we can talk about the topic of the day, which is the Napoli match that we have coming in. It's Saturday, correct? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Is that right?
Saturday noon for us.
Yeah, a nooner. That's what I needed, a freaking noon match. Anyway, so yeah, we have that coming up on Saturday. What do you hope to see from it? I guess what kind of lineup we can really work with. Potentially, it looks like Chiesa could be in it. Looks like you should have hopefully Locatelli. What do you really like? What would you like to foresee with this? Like, who would you like to have in your lineup starting off? Given all the lack of not lack of talent, but yeah, I guess kind of the lack of talent that South America has kept, and injuries or whatever have kept us out of it for now.
So I'm gonna go based on what we are told. So apparently Cuadrado will be available. The other 4 South Americans, they won't be available. I'm going to assume Chiesa is fine. I'm going to assume he's fine. I'm going to assume he's going to be ready to start. I'm saying still 4-3-3 with, unfortunately, De Chilio will have to start left back. Chiellini and De Ligt as center backs, Quadrado as a right back, Locatelli in midfield with Rabiot and McKennie, and then left wing. Well, left wing Moise Kean, up top Morata, at the right Chiesa, and in net the Polish guy. You're on mute.
Sorry, I tried to do this like if you're speaking. I don't know how much I should talk or not because I know with your, like you said, I know your allergies or your nose or what's bothering you. So I don't want to make you talk too much, but then I also want to not run over you the entire show.
Yeah. You're good.
I appreciate it. Homo Juve was asking if Dybala will play Napoli. It looks like not. It looks like he will still be out of action. So. I'm pretty sure no, which is unfortunate. I would hope to see. I want to see a good game from Kulusevski. I want to see him come out and actually play, like the player that we're kind of sold on, or not sold on, but that we expected him to out of Parma. I know you're high on Kulusevski, so I'd like to see you be rewarded for that loyalty for the most part. Definitely, Chiesa's got to be a leader. If he's going to be playing, if he can play and he's in shape, he needs to be the guy, the leader. Because even if you have what's the back three? Where were we putting that as?
So I did a 4.
Oh, you did a 4. Okay.
I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can do or train a back 3 in so little time. Yeah. Because the Italians are just leaving now and they're just getting back tomorrow, and the game's Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm going back forward to Sciglio on the left, Chiellini as one center back, De Ligt as the other center back, and then Quadrado as a right back.
Okay, no, I like that. Outside of Sciglio, I like that for the most part. But no, that's doable, and it's probably a safer option than to switch it to a 3-man defense when you're used to playing 4. It's such a big adjustment to try to stop the bleeding.
Like if you had a week to train, 100% do it. But you don't. You have 2 freaking days before.
Mm-hmm. Fix, are you talking about my Weston McKennie picture that I have right here? That one, because he says small indiscretions can mask larger ones in the background. Pun fully intended. So I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. I totally forgot I had that there. Well, and then what worries me too is the nonsense of like here we go again. Napoli's getting who is it? Who
Siemens ready to play. His appeal got accepted or whatever.
Does an appeal ever not work out for them?
No, whatever they ask for, they get.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I sent you today in the group chat?
Refresh. Oh,
of our last games against Napoli. Last 3 games against Napoli, they've had a penalty shot in each game. We've got nothing. Yeah. Our last penalty shot was in 2017 against them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's I don't know. You know my feelings on Napoli. It's Detroit of Italy. If my guy who's from Detroit is here, I apologize about Detroit, but it's a Detroit of Italy. It is what Italy is known as, at least, or Detroit is known as for the most part. Timothy says what this crook is saying. Really, he's talking about Nasser Al-Khelafi has promised Juve Barcelona that they would be forgiven if they apologize and ban the Super League. Yeah, everybody's spreading nonsense about that. I think we'll just take that. I don't want to talk about the Super League today, to be honest. No offense, Timothy. I would say for the most part, I would just say I think as long as they stand their ground, they seem to have the, I don't want to say leverage.
Legal backing.
Yeah. So
they have the legal backing.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, if we get some likes in here, I'd appreciate it. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys joining us today. I'm excited for the what's it called? The season to resume on Saturday. Yep. It'll be nice because it's been kind of a wasteland over here and not a lot to talk about. There's been stuff to talk about, but not a lot, besides that. Fun.
Nothing on the field.
Yeah. I'm late here, so I think I'm going to fall asleep to your sulky voices. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I think my voice is horrible, so I apologize that you had to listen to this. Let's see. Okay. Usman saying, if I had McKennie tonight, I'd look at Keane and how he is turning it around. I try to take inspiration from it.
I think Keane's off-the-field issues are slightly different to what McKennie's are.
Yeah, that's my only thing that I didn't want to be that guy who's fun, no offense, but I didn't want to be like, is it just because he's black? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing here? Are we doing the relate that guy to, and then also relate Keane to Balotelli kind of thing? Because I just feel like it's not exactly the same. Okay.
No, that's what you do.
That's what I do. I just love Balotelli and I like Keane. I just like them both. Yes, I'm a big fan of both. David is saying McKennie grew up in Germany. He's not much of an American homeboy, as people think. That's very true. He came to Germany when he was very young. If you haven't read my article, it was like a year and a half ago. Go ahead and read it now.
Yeah,
actually, it was like a year ago. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. You don't need to read my crap. But anyway, at the same time, there's a good point. He's American in a sense. His dad was a military man and all that. But at the same time, yeah, he definitely grew up more in Germany than he does America. He even said, I think when he was younger, that he didn't have that connection, I guess, as much with America. I mean, he plays for the national team, but as he does in Europe, because he's just comfortable. I grew up in America. Yeah. It'd be hard, probably be hard for me to go, move to Europe, even to Italy. Even though I did say, the one thing I will say, compared to when I've traveled to other countries, Italy, for the most part, I can go there and it feels like home. It's weird. It doesn't feel uncomfortable to go there compared to some other countries. I go and I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to sleep in my own bed and get home kind of thing. Yeah. Usman says, to play devil's advocate, McKennie is an ocean away from his family at an elite club with a very different culture. He's young, and these mistakes might be the making of him, but the final straw, though.
To that, you just kind of said he grew up in the European environment. So, is he an ocean away from his family, or what's the deal?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know where his family is though right now. I don't know if they're living in America or they're not. I'd have to know that. But I'm guessing he's pretty close to. Yeah, like I said, Germany's not that far. And he probably has some family, even if it's not blood family, people that he grew up with, around him.
Can I just make another point about this? Like, you can be a party boy all you want. Just make sure your on the field stuff doesn't suffer, and make sure you just follow the rules. Like Neymar, you see Neymar, he parties all the time, but he's amazing, so he gets away with it. McKennie, if you just want to keep performing 7 out of 10s all game, good. No problem with your whatever you want to do.
Well, in this circumstance, if the rumors are to be believed, it's not as much the partying as it is the target of the partying that happened. I don't know. I mean, if you know anything different, I feel like everybody else, I'm the American over here, and I know less than most people, or I just haven't paid as much. I pay attention to it, but like, for the longest time, I like to let the cake bake a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to more, like, let's find out the details before I go in. People wanted to crush him right away. He deserves to be crushed to a point, but I feel like this is also kind of a situation where, I mean, because it involves the U.S. men's national team, it's between him and the national team and probably Pulisic. But it's also something, if it's more of a man-to-man thing, I feel like he needs to deal with that in his personal time. Home at Juve is coming for me, and I'm coming for him right back, saying American football is so similar to WWE. You get that crap out of here. WWE is... I think you're trying to say it's fake. If that's what you're trying to say, it is not fake at all, sir. I played, though very not at these levels, not at real meaningful levels, youth levels, kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's you go to hell. You go to hell with that. Okay.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? I played that as well.
Did you play?
Believe it or not. Yeah.
What position? Okay.
You guess.
I'm gonna put you as a receiver.
No way.
No. You said you're like 6'2", right? Is that what you said?
I'm 6'1". Yeah.
6'1". See, I was thinking you could be a receiver. I was thinking that. Were you gonna play a lineman too? Were you a line? No. Okay. Well, there's a kicker. Oh, duh. That should have made sense. I should have thought about that. No, I thought about it, dude. I have a friend who lot smaller than me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like what position you play?" He's like, "Yeah, I play line," and I was like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "There's no way." Yeah. And then he was like, "No, I was a fat kid when I was young." And then he showed me a picture. I was like, "Oh, well, that's it. There you go." He was a big guy back then. But anyway, back to you, Homo Juve. Explain yourself. First of all, explain yourself. What are you saying when you say football is like that? Are you saying the demographic? Maybe I can argue that. I was going to send it to you guys. Where I was literally watching a Juventus match. It was the Empoli match, or Empoli was home, right? Yeah, the Empoli match. And there's a dude, skinny kid, probably about 18 years old, literally wearing like 4 scarves, like not Juve scarves, just scarves, and like 5 gold chains and like a gold glasses and gold, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I was like, this is perfect. This is European football. And then you go to American football, and you got Bubba Gump, who's like 500 pounds with a beer, and he's just pounding beers and just, bucket of nachos. Yeah, no shirt, painted up. I'm like, this is culture. Now this is culture is what I'm talking about. Usman, so they're delivering the bag. Did the Brazil-Argentina game go ahead in the end? Did it? I only heard when it was called off. I didn't think so.
Yeah. It was called off. Brazil had a training match. They televised the training match. And now, funny enough, the Brazilian players that didn't go to the national team from England are now banned 5 days or 10 days. So, like, the guys who rejected the national team call-up, like Firmino from Liverpool and Alisson, they now miss 5 to 10 days because of that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, it was fun.
Show.
Yeah, it really. It's. I saw that and I was like, "What the heck is going on? That's insane."
Yeah.
Again, it's all nonsense. I can't wait for this crap to be over with. Who knows how long it'll be fully over with? But it's just the nonsense that goes on with it. Every game and like I said, especially in the world of soccer or European football, whatever you want to call it, calcio, just because there's so much travel back and forth that it really affects that game more than anything. Because you can play, American football, you can play basketball, all that, because usually you're all playing in the same country and you're not leaving, you're not going anywhere. Instead of maybe going to Canada to play like Toronto or something like that, that's not much.
Oh yeah.
Usman, I wasn't really saying that it was. I was just joking with you, but it's not a black issue, but rather accept you're human, but standards are expected of you. I love McKennie, our best man last season, but I don't expect him. I don't want him to become like Balotelli. Yeah, absolutely. I just wasn't sure because they were just kind of different overall. If that makes sense. Usman's also saying, what do I make of rugby? I like it. It's a tough sport. You're not wearing any pads in that one, so I don't know. As bad as like people worried and like I don't know. I'm still thinking if I'd let my son when he gets old enough play American football because of CTE and all the stuff that goes along with that. I'm tempted to be like, my guy, let's just stick to soccer. Go to soccer practice. Get that cardio in. I wish I would have had that cardio when I was younger to just stick with that. That's what I'm trying to push him toward, honestly, more than anything, because it's it's still. I still want to say though, it's not like there isn't. Obviously, I mean everybody knows here, but like it's not like it's a sport where you're not getting injured or you're not getting hit hard. It's just a different way you're getting hit. It's less direct, but still hurts just as bad. James is bringing up. He'd like to see a 3-4-3. With Chesney, with Delic, Bonucci, Chiellini, Quadrado, Locatelli, Rabiot, McKennie, Chiesa, Morata, and Keane. Is what he's saying.
It's fine, but again, how much time we're going to have on the practice pitch to actually learn and do what Allegri wants? Because in the week leading up to the Empoli game, he tried a different formation. He tried to make McKennie as the focal point when we had the ball and the ball in case to go wide. Obviously, the message was not sent. So we had a week before that game. Now we have 2 weeks or 2 days before this game. So is the message going to be sent, or should we just stick to something with what we know already?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. That's a very good point. So, yeah, it would make more sense. You've swayed me into thinking a 4-3-3. Makes the most sense to continue on with that and just to work with, unfortunately, you're going to have to work with like a DeScilio in that situation. Yeah. Appreciate it, Usman. Homo Juve comes with another comment, but doesn't come with a comment about football, American football, sir. So I'd like to have that comment come back my way, what you meant by that. But they said, I've never played golf, but it's my second favorite sport. I guess just being like, maybe they're saying more of like, just because you don't play it doesn't mean it can't be like your kind of favorite thing. Like, no, I think a lot of times most people I think are built for certain sports and they're not built for others. If that makes sense. Like my mom, dude. Okay, let me tell you right now. I was when I was a kid, I was taller. My twin brother and I were taller than most people, but it kind of like it plateaued early. I just ended up right at 6 foot. Didn't go any higher. So I say short. short is relative to certain people, different demographics. But for me, a lot of my friends are like 6'4", 6'3", whatever, that grew up in there playing basketball. My mom had me out there playing basketball because it was her favorite sport to watch. Short, fat kid out there playing basketball. It doesn't work. It doesn't work over here. I have like a 3-inch vertical too. So I'm just over here. They put me to. It was always my like it was always my brother or me because like we were actually taller than most people at that age, so like 4th, 5th grade, whatever have you. And they had me go jump for the ball. I'm like, they're shorter than me, but they can jump higher than me. So it's not working, guy, out here. But anyway, but homie Juve, I need you to come back with your statement on American football being like WWE. I need to know what you're meaning to say that. So it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Islam was saying, hello everyone, do you believe Padin should start or should we stick to Szczesny? And who is your best Juventus coach in the last 3 decades? Thanks in advance. I would say I actually like Lippi a lot. That's probably the one that I would pick. I mean, he also, of course, there's a reason. He's one of the guys who made me a Juventus fan too, or made me there's a lot of history there with him. I would say him, but then also to go back to your first question, and then I'll let you answer. Basically saying, do you believe Padin should start or should we stick with Szczesny? Me personally, I think Szczesny, though not great, bought himself one more match. He bought himself another game after the Empoli match. It wasn't his fault, the reason they lost. He wasn't terrible. I know that's not really a good excuse just to play him, but I think overall it could have been another goal or so scored by Empoli that he stopped. So right now, I'm giving him the start, but it's a hair. It's a fraction of like a hair to me.
I agree. I'm gonna jump on that as well. I agree. Szczesny gets. He's gonna live until he dies. Is that the saying? Next mistake he makes, he's probably done. At least that's my viewpoint on it. Next egregious mistake, he's done.
Yeah.
He made a mistake today for Poland, but thank God it's Poland and not Juventus.
You're right.
But in terms of the coach, I gotta say Didier Deschamps for getting us back into Serie A.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I gotta say, I don't know, Marcel. Yeah, Lippi makes the most sense.
Yeah, that's just me picking. There's a lot of good coaches to pick from, but I would pick Lippi. Yeah, sorry. And then Fix agrees with us. Ryan says, hi, Justin and Julian. Sorry I'm late to the stream. What did I miss? We went a little bit. We talked about, there was actually quite a bit to talk about. We talked about the McKennie situation. I had a little bit of fun with that. Maybe it was inappropriate. We don't know. I'll see in the comments later. And then, we'll see if anybody goes at me. Then we have, we talked about that. We talked about Chiesa. We talked about the Napoli match coming up. There is one thing I do want to talk about here near the end of the show. It's just a quick little, not really rant, but per se, but it's also something I think that's important when it comes to like the product we bring, when it comes to the products you get, when it comes to being a fan as a Juventus fan, when you come to any kind of media or anything you deal with. It's something that I witnessed. This isn't a personal thing that I dealt with here locally, and it's the reason that I kind of want to bring it up real quick. Actually, I'll just say it real quick. Here's what it is. I'll just give it to you right now. It's a little bit of I don't think it's a hot take. I think there's a reason why it's important that if, at least for me, when I go and listen to any kind of media, or I listen to, and then, like I said, we're not media, we're just two dudes talking on the internet, talking to the void. But like, if you, for anything that you choose to listen to, or you like to listen to, I like to hear realism when I say that. I want to hear honest opinions. Maybe I call it sometimes reality check. Whatever have you. I don't want to come in. I know some people love to just sit down and just hear the cheerleader stuff. They want to hear the positive stuff. My team's great. Your team's going to win the Scudetto. Your team's going to win the national championship. Your team's going to win anything, whatever, yada, 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 all that crap. There's a reason why that shit shouldn't happen, and it's because you get this nonsense. Like, here's what happened here, like you talked about yesterday, or the other day, about how, Louisville looked like absolute shit as a football team. Yep. Literally through the entire summer, the coaching staff and then the media surrounding the area of Louisville was just buying into it and was also selling it for him. Basically saying the defense is amazing, yada yada, this player's amazing, yada yada, all this crap. And I say this to relate it back to Juventus as well. So when I'm saying this, I'm saying it for sports in general. But I think when you have media that just like, if they just reflect, and I'm not saying there's anybody that's doing that right now, but I think it's important just because it's something that the reason why people say sometimes that I'm negative or sometimes we're just shitting on this or we're doing this, whatever. Yeah. There's a reason for that. It's because we should expect more of our players, of our coaching staff, of our teams, whatever have you. Juventus goes out there and they pay, they make a lot of money and they spend a lot of money. They should be getting, their coaches should be putting a better product on the field. Overall. And I expect to see Allegri do that down this season. I'm not crushing him right now when I say this. I think it will happen. I will start to worry if we're still only have like 4 points after 2 more matches, and I will be very worried. Anyway, so something I want to say though is overall, when that happens, there's a reason I think we don't need more of the nonsensical BS of everything's great, this guy's great. It's the same reason why I said stuff like Ronaldo guys don't like a lot of the things we said is because we criticized him. Because instead of just saying Ronaldo's the best player to ever play the game, we are lucky to have him here at Juventus, to be a fan, to watch him, whatever have you. That's the reason why I said negative things about him, was because we are Juventus. The team is Juventus. I expect more out of players that play for him. He's Ronaldo. He should expect more out of himself than what he was performing at Juventus. Or, does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So my point is, I just don't think there's any room, and there really shouldn't be. I mean, I guess there is room for it. There are places where you can get that of just nonsense, of just positivity all the time about your teams. But that's not what I want to do here, and that's not what I'll bring here. I know sometimes people say that I smile and laugh and whatever a lot. Maybe I have energy that's positive. But a lot of the stuff I'm saying is negative for the most part.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of something I want to say, because to me, it's just you're doing a disservice to not only the team and the players, but the fans as well, if you're not being honest to them. And I think just because you're being harsh on them does not mean, because I know there was this stuff that came out where Buffon even said about the fans being vitriolic. And I love Buffon. Buffon is... It's hard to do this. Yeah, Buffon, him and Del Piero are my favorite players of all time. But just to come out and say that to me, that's the one thing that I was a little bit of, come on, Buffon, what are you saying? Like, why? That to me, you're a professional. You should come on. Like, fans have a right to be critical, and they have a right to not just accept the crap that's being laid out there. If that makes sense.
Like, again, you can boo or whistle or whatever, because that's what it is, whistling in Europe.
Yeah.
You can whistle all you want, but you get your point across, but then you support them again. Then you start saying, okay, let's go. Let's pick it up now. Like, you can whistle if you're down, like what happened against Empoli. We're down 1-0 halftime. Boo them, fine, or whistle. But then when we need a goal, try and get them back up. Try and lift the team back up.
Yeah.
The fans have the power to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I say. Yeah, we all support our team. We cheer for our team. But at the same time, support doesn't mean have to be blind acceptance of what we're seeing.
Yeah.
And this rant could probably be saved for another time if the season continues going the way it's gone the first 2 matches. But it's just something I want to put out there. Something here I just want to be clear and honest, especially I feel like the people that are here right now, it's a smaller group of people that are watching this, because we're not, as soon as the season starts back up, we'll probably have a lot more people in the chat and all that stuff hanging out with us. But I like this right now because you guys are the regular people. You're the people that I feel most comfortable talking with, and I also want to hear your opinions when I say stuff like that too, and I want to get your feedback of just criticisms when it comes to that. But anyway, that's it. I'll get off my soapbox. That's just something I wanted to talk about.
No, that's 100% it. If we win 3 games in a row, we beat Milan, Napoli, and Malmo. Yeah, we did good.
Yeah,
like, we're good. Mm-hmm. Good for us. Continue this way. But then as soon as we start dropping in form again, we're gonna point it out. Like,
right. Again, this might be me backtracking a little bit. I almost, just because of how poor the first 2 matches went, I'd probably be okay if they won against Napoli and then drew with Milan, to be honest right now. Am I going to actually be happy? No, but will I accept that performance a little bit more? Yeah, I will accept not losing at this point, just because of what we have that we're throwing out there, because of the Brazilians and all that. Though I guess you really probably should flip that and draw against Napoli and win against Milan. But we'll see. I value Milan as a higher level team right now than I do Napoli personally.
Yeah.
I believe my guy, you said your name was Spiros. Is that correct?
Spiros.
Spiros. Really cool name.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. It's probably Spiros because it's European.
Yeah, I think it's Greek. Yeah. So Spiritos was saying, how are we going to play against Napoli? You talked about that. There are two options. It seems to be a lot of median stuff are saying a 3-4-3, something like that. A lot of, or something with a 3-man defense, maybe not a 3-4-3, but a 3-man defense. We think Julian, especially the coach here, says that the smart thing to do, and it makes sense to me, is to go with the 4-3-3, mainly because it's too big of an adjustment to go from a 4-man defense to a 3-man defense, especially when guys are just coming back right now.
Yeah.
Did that summarize it?
If we had a week, 100%, let's try it out. But we don't. We got 2 days. Stick with what you know for now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Homo Juve came back. I meant in American football, they spear like how Roman Reigns always do in WWE. Is Roman Reigns a wrestler? Is that... I don't even know who that is. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm American. I don't watch any WWE. It's just not my cup of tea. I came from Kentucky, but come on, we're not. It's more Alabama than it is probably me. But yeah, I guess maybe it is. There's a little bit more, and there are some hard hits and stuff like that. Maybe that's what you're saying. They spear you like that. So yeah, it's a rough sport. It's not an easy sport, but yeah. Most of I was saying a 3-5-2. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they run out with out there. I think Allegri will regret not getting Donnarumma. Was so heartbroken when he snubbed him. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can say about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, time out.
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did he snub him, or is it because we just couldn't sell tech?
Well, the rumor was, and here's the thing, is I don't know. Like I said, again, when it comes to media, things can be put out there. So say they read the room and they read, tech's not going anywhere. They're going to say, that Allegri has his full confidence in tech. So I don't know. The way it came out said that basically Allegri was like, "No, we good. I got my guy who I have 100% confidence in." It's basically what it sounded like. He was happy. The reports were like he was happy with tech. So I think what Usman's saying that's how I kind of felt too, where it was like it felt like Allegri, his one move was to basically shut down Donnarumma being pursued. I don't know if that's accurate or true or whatever have you. Also, I haven't said it in a while. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like it even if you're not new at the same time. But sorry, I just want to make sure I remember to say that. Anyway, so I don't know what it is. But yeah, if that is the case, and I think that's what a lot that's been floated out there, then I could see why you're saying like Allegri would regret it then. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's go through a few more of these. Ryan is saying if Allegri wins somehow the treble, then he would be automatically the greatest Juve coach of all time after Lippi.
For sure.
But right now, Lippi is the greatest. Yeah, if you win the treble, you were catapulted when it comes to the annals of Juventus. Yeah. Liam, how you doing, Liam? Our Belgian friend says, hello, boys. I'm just going to say hey and going to leave. It's almost midnight here in Belgium. It's cool. So, yeah, hey, my dude, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys on the rewatch even. Even if you're watching on the rewatch, say it's tomorrow. I appreciate you guys doing this. Let's see, Fix just said something. He said, ... Justin. I don't know what he was saying. Because he said...
Rant, maybe?
He said, you missed our exclusive interview with McKennie where he confessed all and personally apologized. Oh, that's what he's saying.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, James says, Justin Julian defending is 4-3-3, attaching it come to 3-4-3.
Attacking.
Oh, attacking. Okay, no, sorry, that makes sense. So you're saying defending.
It's a fluid formation. So when we have the ball, it's a 3-4-3. When we don't have the ball, it's a 4-3-3.
So Cuadrado would be going between the two?
Yeah, it'd be really tough to implement that in 2 days. Not even because you have the game on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
great idea, though. Like, great idea, but it's so hard to incorporate that in 2 days.
Yes. Appreciate it, Ryan. Yeah, I wasn't just going at Ronaldo stuff. We have one dislike, so there might be a Ronaldo fan here. I think that was earlier, though. That was before I did it. So I don't know what I said. If I said something that you dislike, let me know, guys. I like to have a conversation back and forth with you guys. I'm not saying to not dislike it, though. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Yeah, people were letting him know what we've been doing. Let's see. If somebody puts themselves forward as excellence, you have to live up to the standards fans pay for them. No fans, no wages. Yeah, absolutely. It's just one of those things of when you do a job. That's the one thing that bothers me here locally, and I'm not going on another rant, I promise. It's one of those things of because, like, say my team here locally is Louisville. I've mentioned it 1,000 times. You know it by now. They're college kids. It's the problem. They say
Yep.
kids, and they use that term kids. And I'm sorry, dude. You're 18 years old. You go play, and I understand there's going to be some criticisms. I'm not going to come at you hard because I understand you're young, and I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, you can hold them to a standard because you're playing for a university. A pretty good one for the most part. Not, it's not bum, state, whatever, tech, something like that. You're playing for a
Blue
decent
Mountain
team.
State.
Yeah, exactly. I love Blue Mountain State, dude. That was one of my favorite shows. I still have not watched the movie. Did you ever see the movie?
Oh yeah, Thad's Casa or whatever.
Is it good or is it nonsense? I mean, is it nonsense but enjoyable
It's
nonsense?
nonsense, but it's kind of shit to be honest.
Oh no, dude! It came out and I said I'm gonna wait to watch this, and I totally forgot about it. Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Joe Dirt 2. I think that was one that came out. And I heard it was bad too, but I still haven't watched either one, and I love Blue Mountain State. When that was out, that was one of my favorite shows. If you guys haven't watched it, watch Blue Mountain State. It's really good.
Yep.
Let's see. Fix off topic. Banshee, really Banshee, a really fantastic show, but falls off slightly in season 4. Great ending. Bashan. I don't know what that is. Let me know what that is. I'll have to look it up because I don't know what it is. If you guys know, let me know.
Maybe he accidentally put an S.
That's what I'm trying.
Put an S in his Banshee.
Banshee. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'll have to check it out. Is it not a risk playing DeScilio and Pellegrini? It is. It's always a risk when you play lower talent overall currently.
If so again with the back four though, the idea is to have Quadrado's supposed to be back, and then you have DeScilio as a left back, and hopefully DeScilio just gives you an average performance, and he's defensively capable of handling. Who's going to play right wing? Is it Lozano? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Vegeta, I appreciate it. I think honestly a lot of it is since you guys deserve more viewers. I appreciate it. I think what happens right now, and I've noticed it through the thing, views have, I think it's affected everybody. Some people just have a larger viewing audience in general right now. We're new. We're only, like I said, 3 months in. But I think a lot of it has to do really with it's the international break. I feel like once we come back in, after the Napoli match or whatever have you, I think numbers will be back up, hopefully, because like I said, right now it's stagnated a little bit with our growth. We had regular growth pretty concurrent because we had literally we started with the Mercado, the season started. This is our first real dead time for Juventus. It's this 2-week span, so that's really what it is. I think that's what it is at least. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, I'm just enjoying hanging out with you all every day. All of y'all here, James, Ryan, Homie Juve, Smiley Face, Vegeta, Fix, Dax, yada yada yada. All you people are always great, and we can count on you guys to hang out with us and talk about Juventus. Let's see. Ryan said if Chiesa is injured, then 90% chance of Bernadeschi playing at left mid and a 3-5 or 3-5-2 because of going defending and attacking down and up respectively. Sorry, sometimes when I read through it, I have to catch back up and see everything what you're saying. I mean, I guess there's a good chance.
We have to see what he actually has out. Allegri's ideal formation might come out Friday. Yeah. But then we won't know until Romeo Gresti tweets an hour before the game starts.
And then we have Ryan and James over here saying, "Sorry, can we speak about Juventus?" We're talking about, dude, but there hasn't been a lot to talk about outside of Moise Kean looked really good. Hopefully he continues that and brings it to Juventus against Napoli. Weston McKennie keeps fucking up. Here, I'll talk Juventus. Weston McKennie keeps fucking up. He may be bleeping your sister as we speak. We don't know what's going on. But at the current moment right now, that's what we have to worry about is guys bleeping other guys' sisters. We have to worry about sorry, I just went on a tangent. Moise Kean and Locatelli need to be heavily involved against Napoli, or I question the sanity of it all. Sorry, Fix. I don't know why I read it in a sarcastic tone, but it is true. I don't know what else you want from me right now. We're talking as much as we can about Juventus. I felt like we were talking about them. I was talking about things that are affecting and things that I wanted to bring up here, and also like right now it's kind of an off time. We can really break down. Okay, let's do this. Let's do sports radio. Okay. Give me your 4-3-3 again. Now let's talk about it one by one. And let's talk about each player and what worries me about each player. Okay.
All right. In net,
I'm gonna make James happy.
Wojciech Szczesny. Because he deserves another chance, and if he messes up, then he's done. Yes. Due to the South American mystery DeScilio starting left back.
Mm-hmm.
We got no one else. Center back,
What about Pellegrini?
Big game, big stage. No, Pellegrini, no. No. Giorgio Chiellini, left center back, because big stage, big game, he plays his best. Matthijs de Ligt, big, strong guy, generational defender, right beside him, no problem. Right back, Juan Cuadrado, because he sees a South American team, and he's like, you know what? Let's go help out my club team as well, because he's a trooper. So Juan Cuadrado, right back. Holding midfield, Manuel Locatelli, Mezzala, Adrian Rabiot. Attacking midfield, advanced midfielder, Weston McKennie. Nice, dynamic midfield, the best one we got. Yep.
Time out, real quick. So we're gonna play Weston McKennie. We're not gonna sanction him at all. We're not gonna, have him deal with any kind of consequences for his actions. We're willing to go ahead and put him in the front of Juventus, and we're gonna have him. Well, not in the front. We're gonna have him playing in the midfield, and we're gonna let him go out there after the crap that he's done.
Yep.
Crap that he's pulled. Is this good? Is this good, James? Is this what you like?
Because that's the American problem.
Yeah,
this is now we need him to play.
That's fair. I mean, I just worry about he gets out there. Locatelli's there next to him. He's looking at his sister, and he's just wondering what's going on tonight. And that's the thing you got to worry about now. You got to worry about who has sisters on the Juventus team. Let's go through. Actually, if we're talking about this, do we need to break down each family tree?
Oh my god!
A lot of Italians, so there might be a lot of sisters and brothers. So it might be more worrisome than the United States. Anyway, continue on. So you said Weston McKennie with Rabiot and Locatelli there?
Yeah, so we got dynamic midfield, the best we could possibly field. Then we got
best in Serie A.
Moise Kean. Yeah, probably the best in Serie A. Probably the best in Europe, to be honest. Then on left wing, we got Moise Kean, obviously. 2 goals against Lithuania. How can we not play him? Then we got Morata, assist today against whoever the hell they played, Kosovo, I think, on fire. And then right wing, we got Freddie Church.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you, James. I'm just having fun. I'm just. Sometimes I like to do stuff like this and just go off on tangents. But then we can get into this. So you said Freddie Church, Moise Kean, and who was the other one?
Alvaro Morata, my guy who gets an assist against Kosovo.
He does, yeah. Morata too. I mean, okay, this is terrible sports radio kind of thing. And I was about to bring up like Morata gets crapped on all the time, and I feel like he's not nearly as bad. He lacks a little bit of a kill. He lacks a little bit of that killer instinct when it comes to finishing. But my guy, I mean, he's always on. He's there to get either offsides or to just barely miss a shot. But he's at least getting his foot on the ball. Like he's at least getting it there to at least try to take a shot every match. I think he gets a little bit undervalued for what he brings to the club, honestly. What's up, Noor? Appreciate you tuning in.
Alvaro Morata is a very good off-the-ball striker. He does everything well off the ball. He runs to the channels. He presses well. He defends well as a striker. His touch is kind of shit, but whatever. And like you said, he doesn't have the killer instinct.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that. He's like a Timo Werner.
Yeah. Which is why I'm hopeful that Moise Kean will bring that killer instinct that we need. I mean, you saw it today. I mean, it's more than I've seen from a lot of, absolutely. I'm excited about that. Hopefully that'll continue into this year. Usman saying, dude, McKennie is not Robert Baratheon. Do you know he's... you watched Game of Thrones, Robert Baratheon, the king?
No.
You never watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Bro, oh man. Okay, well, just watch the first 5 or 6 seasons. Don't finish the last 2. But the honestly, the first you're not going to. I know you're not going to. But that's fine. No, but I'll say this because I do the same thing. My brother told me watch Ted Lasso, and I still have not watched Ted Lasso yet. I heard it's really good. But Robert Baratheon, the dude who plays him, is fantastic. But basically, he just sleeps around with everybody, for the most part. With not everybody, but everybody's sisters. Smiley face says, "Yo guys, did you see Szczesny did it again? He couldn't save Keane's shoot. Or wait, he couldn't save Keane's shot." Kane. Oh, Kane. Okay, I was like, that's where we are, guys. That's what we said all during the summer, so that's what we have. Oh, here comes Lixum saying, "Hey, it's me, Lixum."
Oh,
Yes. When you say, I mean, Lixum, I like you, all right, but when you say, when people use the bald head thing, is it supposed to be an offensive thing? Because do you think I don't know that? Yes, I know I'm bald. I literally just shaved my head before I did this because I had some hair growing. Needed it gone. Yeah, Ryan, Robert Baratheon's from Game of Thrones, first season. Actually, you just watch him. He's hilarious. He's great. Fix is always in, says, I mean, we're joking around, but think about Icardi's situation. The last thing we need is further attention. Oh, my goodness. You don't understand. To be talking about this on a YouTube channel would be fantastic for me to have Icardi and Weston McKennie just slaying left and right, like sister, girlfriend, everything just going back and forth. It'd be fantastic. Your wife?
Now, imagine, McKennie and Wanda Nara.
Yes. Dude.
Whoa.
Dude, this is what I live for. This is what I need. I need that kind of nonsense. I need that to happen. Oh, yeah. that would have been fantastic. That actually would be kind of really hilarious.
Yeah.
To happen, not to happen to him, but I mean, kind of because of what happened. Oh, here's Ronaldo stuff. Moise Kean is already better than arrest Findu. Okay. Arif says Tech is a good shot stopper, but you can't have a timid goalie. People don't understand the importance of a loud goalie that controls the defense. That's the reason GG pull better stats than Tech. I mean, GG's he's also just better overall. Just at everything he does is better.
There's a reason why Buffon went 12-2-0 and Szczesny was Szczesny last year.
Absolutely. That's why I'm very upset that he left. I wish he was still here right now. I love Murata, guys, but is he honestly worth $55 million? Especially given we've bled money like crazy. I don't know. No, he's not worth $55 million. I'm just saying, as a player who's here with the team right now. I'm not by any means saying go buy him or whatever. I'm just saying that for what he is right now, I think he's undervalued. I'm trying to put this in the right words because I'm not going to say that he's the best striker that we have, but I'm saying he's solid. He's a very solid option. At least he was at the beginning.
Yeah. Experienced, international level. Mm-hmm. He's Spain's all-time leading goal scorer in the Euro Cup. Like, he's got stuff. He's got traction to back him up. So
yeah, definitely. If we can get some likes in here, I'd be appreciated. If we get some subscribes, if you're new to, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll get out of here in just a sec. I just want to finish up these last through. We've been doing it for an hour or hour, 10 minutes, so we can wrap it up here. Giuliano says, I know we are talking about Juventus, but really, you never watched Game of Thrones? Yes. And then Ryan also said that, too. I'm with Julian. Oh, I'm with Julian regarding Game of Thrones. Never saw it.
You're goddamn right, Ryan.
I mean, it was one of those things where Game of Thrones of, like, literally... I didn't watch it forever. It was the fourth season, and my brother kept bringing it up. So I was like, okay, finally I'll go watch it because I had nothing else to do this summer. I think I was working or whatever. And it's actually really, really good. The first 4 or 5 seasons, but it's just when they ran out of source material, as in the guy who wrote the books are done, then it fell off because they just ruined it. But yeah, Fix is saying that as well. Thank you, Football Cinema. That's a little bit almost erotic the way you say that, so maybe don't say it that way. Usman says OMG, McKennie and Icardi, Juve's version of Love Island. Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Have fun, Lixum. Appreciate your support of the channel. Nora says, no Wanda Nara. She is claimed by me. Okay, you can have her. She is all yours, my guy. Anyway, that's just that's mostly what I really want to talk about. Anything else that you really want to bring up overall? It's
I want to see who's coming to training tomorrow, who's going to be ready to go. I want to see an updated report on Chiesa. Yeah. A truthful top-tier source updating us on Chiesa. And Friday, I want to see video of what we're doing, of how we're setting up, or anything of that nature. And Friday, we're going to have the preview show. Yep. And I'm excited for that. Look out for that, guys.
Yeah, definitely make sure you check out that. We'll have hopefully a good breakdown. I'll actually do some research for that one as well. So that way I know what I'm getting into. Because right now, a lot of stuff when it comes to Napoli, half of what Juventus is going to field is, especially Juventus right now, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's not exactly a mystery, but it's more convoluted than what I expected to going into the, what's it called? International break. Couldn't think of what to say. Yeah. How do you rate Capello's at Juventus? Did he do okay or underachieve?
He was fine, but then he left like everyone else because of Calciopoli. So
yeah. So you gotta give him a little bit less. That was before me, so I didn't watch a lot of him. I mean, of course, I've gone back and watched.
He had great teams. He had the top midfield, top players at the club.
Yeah,
but we got burned for Calciopoli, and he left, so whatever.
Yeah. Let me answer these last couple ones real quick. Timothy asked about the Dybala contract extension. We'll have the meeting scheduled for a meeting to have another meeting, and then they'll schedule that meeting for another meeting, and then we'll have one more meeting after that one, just to get another meeting scheduled. Ryan says, I think Rabiot and Locatelli will start against Napoli, probably, hopefully, because they're two of our better options. And then James says, I like McKennie, but if he's going to grow up and stay by the rules, he will not stay long with Juve. Absolutely.
Yep.
Last one. Fix says, great to have a laugh from time to time instead of being serious all the time, how it should be. Absolutely. We want to have some fun here. I want to bring some nonsense to the channel because I feel like, we can come here and talk serious stuff about Juventus all the time, but there's only so much to talk about, and then two, it gets boring after a while. I feel like you have to have some personality, something that sets you up a little bit different from everybody else who talks Juventus or just Calcio in general. Anyway, that'll do it for us, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for everything. Julian, I know you got to go. Anyway, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of your latest videos that will be coming up regarding Juventus. Follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter. And follow my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.